guys, today I'm back to film my October favorites, honorable mentions, and unfavorites. I have quite a few things in here. A lot of them are favorites. There's a couple honorable mentions, and then I think only one unfavorite, but we'll talk about that. So first up, I have some hair products. I have 3 from the same brand, and I just kind of wanted to say it's not sponsored by them. They didn't send me these products for free or anything like that. I bought them with my own money at Ulta. They were just buy 2 get 1 free, so that's why I have so many of them, and I've just been really enjoying all 3 of them. But I just wanted to put that in there because sometimes I feel like people talk about a lot of products from the same line. It can kind of come across as being sponsored. So I just wanted to put that little disclaimer in here that this is not sponsored. She has no idea I'm talking about their products. Probably don't even know exist. So anyways, the first thing is the Keratin leave-in conditioner. I think I've said in empties videos and stuff lately, I have just not had a good leave-in conditioner that I've been crazy about. And, you know, with my hair being this light, and I want to grow it out, I just want to get a little longer. Again, I really like this haircut that I've had, but, I mean, I kind of want longer hair again, so I want to grow it out, but with it being this light, it's, you know, it's a damaging color to kind of have because of the bleaching process. So I knew I just really needed to kind of spoil my hair and just, you know, make sure it's taken really well care of, and I just feel like I haven't had any good leave-in conditioners lately that have, you know, kind of helped spoil my hair. So I was looking at reviews on Ulta's website. This one seemed pretty well reviewed, and I was like, well, I'll give it a shot. I haven't really heard a whole lot about Chi hair products besides, you know, their flat irons and styling stuff. That, and I've heard about the Iron Guard, but I really haven't heard a whole lot else about their line. And I decided to go ahead and give this a shot, and I have to say that it's kind of my holy grail right now. I really do like this conditioner. It's kind of a creamier consistency, kind of like the It's a 10 leave-in conditioners, if you're familiar with those. It's kind of that consistency. However, I will say I think that this one sprays a lot better than the It's a 10 one does. For me, the It's a 10 one always just shoots straight out, and it just, you know, it doesn't really disperse into my hair. It just shoots right in, and then I'll kind of brush it through. But this one, you spray it, and it just kind of disperses nicely onto the hair. So I will say that this one I like because I can actually spray it on my hair, whereas the It's a 10, I usually sprayed it in my hand and then applied it. Better, I would spray it in and comb it. But this one I think sprays a lot nicer, but I just feel like, too, it has made a lot more of a difference in my hair. It's a lot healthier than I would have expected, especially with kind of the coloring process that I went through with it lately. I thought it was going to be pretty bad, and it's really not bad at all. But my hair is pretty soft, and it seems a lot healthier, so I've kind of been blaming it on this because, I mean, I've been using the same Redken Extreme shampoo and conditioner, and it works nice, but I'm not seeing the huge difference that I wanted to see, and I have been seeing a lot bigger difference since I've been using this. So this has been a huge favorite, and I really liked it. But the one thing that I noticed is that it doesn't have a heat protectant. So I know that It's a 10 line does have a heat protectant, so this might be something that, you know, is kind of maybe a negative to it. But I was like, well, if they're buy 2 get 1 free, I'll just buy a heat protector. So I bought the Chi 44 Iron Guard. This is just thermal protection spray. But this one is nice because you can spray it on wet or dry hair. So I do kind of like that because, you know, if I take a shower and then I don't do anything with my hair for 2 days, I don't know if I feel like that heat protectant is still there or not from when I put it in when my hair was wet. So I do like that this can be used like on dry hair as well. Plus, I think this is nice because it seems like it has a little bit of a hold to it. So it'll kind of help hold any styles that you have. But it just seems like it has just a little bit of a hold to it. So I'm enjoying that one. And then the last cheap product, this is the Volume Booster Liquid Bodifying Glaze. The word glaze really scared me when I saw this because I'm like, that just sounds sticky. And a lot of volumizing products kind of are sticky, so like kind of not so great and kind of sucks. But this one I have to say it's not sticky at all in my opinion. I think I did see 1 or 2 reviews where people said it was sticky, but I've had no problems with this being sticky. And kind of another thing is I don't blow dry my hair. I try really hard to not heat style my hair. But because of my job, I have to have my hair done. It's just part of my dress code. So because that's the rules, I could do a lot of updos and that kind of thing, and I have done that before. But honestly, the best thing is to just let your hair just hang and do what it naturally does kind of thing. But since that's not really an option and I do have to like heat style it and stuff, that's what the iron guard is for. It's what it's nice for. But since I don't blow dry and I just use the flat iron, curling iron, that kind of thing, I don't feel like most volumizing products work very well for me because a lot of times they usually need that blow dryer and that heat to kind of work and activate better. And so therefore a lot of volumizing products just don't work for me because I don't blow dry my hair. But this one works really, really well, surprisingly, even though I don't blow dry. I will wake up and my hair will just be huge and voluminous. I did a mask last night, so my hair's a little weighed down today, but typically it is very huge and voluminous, and it makes me happy because I've never found a product that has been able to volumizing my hair without having to blow dry it. So this has been a big favorite for me, and I could definitely see myself repurchasing it. As long as it keeps working, I will probably keep buying it. So the next product is kind of an honorable mention and kind of a favorite. This is the Kenra Platinum Dry Texture Spray. I've talked about a couple empty videos back. There was a black texture spray that Birchbox sent me that I really liked, but I accidentally used it up all in one sitting. I accidentally sprayed the whole can and I didn't mean to. There wasn't a lot of product in there kind of anyways, but yeah, I accidentally used the whole can and it sucked because I really ended up liking the product. But I've been kind of looking for another dry texture spray that would be similar or work really well. And this isn't bad on its own, it's just maybe not as good as the other one. However, if I mix it with this Matrix Design Pule Mega Dust, this is just like a little white powder that you just sprinkle out. And as you work it in, it gives you a lot of volume. These two together just work phenomenally. They're so much better together than they are apart. So this too I have really been liking for, second and third day hair when my hair's a little greasier, and I know I'm going to be washing it soon, that kind of thing. So I don't usually do this like right away on the first day because, I'll let it just be clean and kind of sleek and whatnot. And then when I go to day 2 and 3, I'll kind of do a little bit bigger volume and kind of do these because they're a little more powdery products. So they can kind of make your hair feel a little powdery and maybe a little gunked up. But I don't mind that if I get pretty decent volume from it. So I have been enjoying those two together. Now on to some actual makeup favorites. So first thing is, I always talk about a foundation in here, or at least I always try to, because I feel like there's always one foundation that I'm always drawn to. And this month it was the It Cosmetics Celebration Foundation Illumination. This is in the shade Fair. I don't know, I think I've told you guys that I repurchased this. I feel like I did. That's what it looks like there. However, this might be kind of coming out of my favorites just because I'm noticing today particularly that it seems like it has oxidized a little bit since I put it on this morning. So my face is a little darker than my neck and stuff. So that might be kind of an issue. But I mean, I really like this foundation. It's nice because I wear it with my Tarte BB primer. So I go ahead and put that on, do the rest of my makeup, and then I put this on top or last. Which you guys will see in my newest Tarte Get Ready With Me. I think I'll have uploaded it by the time I upload this, so it should be up already. But I just like it because it's very lightweight. It doesn't feel like I have foundation on, and it's just a really, in my opinion, kind of natural looking foundation. It does have a little bit of a glow to it though too, which is nice because of the Illumination. So I have just really liked this because it's quick, it's easy, and it looks very pretty and very natural. So this has been a huge favorite for me. The next couple products are lip things. So the first one is this NYX Liquid Suede Cream Lipstick. So when these were launching, or NYX was talking about them, I was just kind of like, why are you coming out with another liquid lipstick when you already have the NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams? Because it just kind of seemed like it was going to be a very similar product, and I was just like, I don't see what the point of having two products that are almost exactly the same. But these are different. So the NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams, this is the one in Canes, for example. They come out and they're a creamy consistency. Yeah, you can kind of tell they're on the wand. They're creamy. They're not liquid, but they are almost like a liquid lipstick because you apply them. The swatch isn't coming out very good. You apply them and then they set, and then it's like a liquid lipstick. So that one there is Cane's. And you can already see it's kind of matte already, but it's going to mattify even more. So that's what that's like. It's kind of like a typical liquid lipstick. And I was thinking that this was just going to be a typical liquid lipstick too, but it's not. This is almost more like an actual lipstick in a liquid lipstick form. I know that's really weird, but I will show you guys. That is what it looks like there. So you can see it is a little bit more liquidy than the soft matte lip creams. And when you apply them, they are definitely more liquidy. But once they set, they have this very velvety feeling to them, creaminess to them, that like a typical matte lipstick has. Because that is what I would say is maybe my biggest complaint, is that liquid lipsticks are nice because they are so long lasting, but they're not creamy and they're very, very drying. Whereas if I were to wear Maybelline matte lipstick, they're creamy, so therefore they're not as drying. They do dry more as the day goes on or more as I wear them. These do kind of ball up in the corners of my mouth too because of that creaminess. That is kind of a downside to these. But this is just kind of like a liquid lipstick and a matte tube of lipstick had a baby. This is just like that kind of weird in the middle thing. As you can see, the soft matte lip cream is pretty much set. This one's just taking a little while to set, but once it sets, it's just got a creamier look and feel to it, which is kind of nice. So I have to say, I do really like these. This is the only color I've worn. This is Tea and Cookies. But I do have Vintage, which is a really dark vampy red. And then I also have Stone Fox, which is kind of a dark blue toned gray. So far though, formula is great, very pigmented, not really dealing with any of the patchy issues, because I feel like some of these soft matte lip creams can be a little bit patchy. So I haven't had to deal with that at all from these products. So next is another lip color, and it's kind of also the brand, because I have a couple products from them that I do want to talk about, but it is Colourpop. Colourpop, I feel like, is just all over the place lately. Everybody's talking about it. They had their fall collection launch, which was a pretty big deal. They had that Back to Cool collection for the eyeshadows and the Lippie sticks launch, and that was kind of a big deal too. The liquid lipsticks was a huge deal, and then now they are releasing eyeliners. There's like the pencil ones and the gel ones, and I feel like that's probably going to be sort of a big deal, but maybe not. As I've seen more YouTube reviews come out for them, I feel like people are getting more and more excited for them. But at first people were just kind of like, cool, you know, I'll check it out when they come out, but I don't want to buy all 30 or whatever. I don't even know how many shades there are, but I think there's 24. I could be wrong, but I think there's 24. Anyways, so Colourpop, I have just, you know, I've loved a lot of what they've come out with. I did talk about the liquid lipsticks last month and not being so much of a favorite. I want to try a couple other shades, but the two that I got, I just was kind of angry with the way that they looked on other people, and then when I tried them, they did not look as good, and there were just a couple other things about them I wasn't a huge fan of. But anyways, this color is my favorite color. This is the color Brink. And I wore this the other day, and I have not wanted to quit wearing it basically since. It's just my favorite. I don't know why, I just love the way it looks. But that is Brink right there. You can see it's kind of similar to Cane's. But it's kind of a red-brown, you know, color, but it's not as dark as a lot of red browns are. So I don't know. I've been loving this with pretty much every look I've been pairing it with. I love the Lippie sticks. They're pretty long-lasting if you layer the lip liner underneath, so that has been another nice thing that I've enjoyed. But this color in Brink is just, it's my favorite. On the note of red-brown lipsticks, though, these I'm kind of mentioning, actually we're going to save those because they're an honorable mention. So let's skip to Colourpop again. So I did want to talk about their eyeshadows this month because I've worn these two in particular. I'm kind of still wearing the other ones I have. I'm just kind of wearing a new one every week. But this one is Nillionaire, which I know was sold out, and I think they restocked it pretty recently. And then this one is I Heart This. So these I have just been really liking because I purposely picked out the super glittery metallic shades. I don't like loose glitter, and I think a lot of people don't because it's just kind of messy and a hassle at times. But these are very, very glittery, and I've have really liked them for that fact. So that one there is Nillionaire. Like this shadow, if I ever go back to Vegas, I'm taking this one with because it just makes me think of Las Vegas. So that one there is Nillionaire. Sparkles in it are just so pretty. And then I heart this, I will swatch right next to it here if I can get it open. I always shut mine really tight because they're kind of a cream shadow, so then you gotta worry about them drying out. So I always shut mine pretty tight. Hopefully I heart this will be a good swatch because it's kind of in an awkward place. There's I heart this next to it. And I feel like the camera's not really doing I heart this justice. Nillionaire, if it catches the light just right, it's pretty, you can pretty much tell what it looks like. But I heart this is really, really gorgeous. It just, camera's not doing it justice. I also have a couple other colors and I'll wear those a little bit later on as the month goes on. But I just wanted to talk about these because I've been really into glitter lately and that's not typically something I'm into, but I love that these are shadows and they're glittery and I don't have to apply glitter glue and apply glitter on top and just deal with that whole mess. So I have been really liking those. I wish that they would do more of those because I think these are their metallic finish, and I've noticed that some of the metallic finishes are very glittery and some aren't, so I want more glitter. Another eyeshadow I wanted to talk about, this is a totally weird color and everybody seems to be really into the duochrome kind of thing lately with shadows, which I understand because it's pretty cool. But this is the Prestige Total Intensity Long-Term Relationship Fierce Color Eyeshadow, and this is in the color Bewitched. And I don't know, yeah, my camera's kind of picking it up. It is like a really pretty taupey brown color with a subtle green shift. And it's just really pretty. Yeah, my finger and just looks taupe. Let's try it on my hand here. That was a really bad swatch. Okay, there it is there. You might be able to kind of pick up on the green in there, but it's really pretty, but it's kind of a more subtle duochrome. For example, I have Colourpop Bay. We'll just talk about this one really quick because it's right here. It's a red brown with like that green shift to it, and I feel like this is the more common kind of one that a lot of people see or use, but I thought that this was kind of nice because it's a lighter, more subtle option. But I just really, really love it. I love Bay. I love kind of that darker red brown with the teal base, but I actually really like this one too, being taupe and with like the kind of lighter green shift. So this is really nice. I was actually surprised too by like how buttery it is. So that is a really nice shadow. Another eyeshadow I want to talk about is my Lorac Pro 2 palette. I used this for about a week or 2 weeks. And I just forgot how good the formula is of these. I don't want to open it just because mine is kind of, one of the shadows is kind of broke. But I'm just really in love with the Lorac formula. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. It's not necessarily the palette, but just their formula I have been so in love with. It's just so creamy. It just blends so nice. The, you know, kind of shimmery shades are just, I don't know, they're the right amount of shimmer without being like metallic. Because some of the Urban Decay shimmers, in my opinion, are just kind of full-on metallic sometimes. And I kind of like that these aren't, you know, that full-on metallic finish. But their silver one can be very metallic looking, which is nice because it's silver. But I just want to talk about their formula because I think it's really nice. It's one of my favorite eyeshadow formulas, especially if you just walk into, for example, Ulta, because Ulta sells Lorac. I feel like out of everything on the prestige side, this is the eyeshadow formula that I like the best. Urban Decay has great eyeshadows and I do like them, but I'm just saying the Lorac shadows, in my opinion, are way better. They're just, in my opinion, creamier and blend out better, and I don't know, I just seem to like theirs better. Too Faced, you know, they have palettes and stuff and theirs are pretty nice, but these are just creamier again. Tartes are kind of dry. It Cosmetics is kind of, maybe not as pigmented as I would think they would be. Smashbox are kind of okay. So everything that we sell at work, I'm always drawn to this formula because I think it is the best eyeshadow formula. They do have the Mega Pro 2 palette out now, and I've been really debating on getting it, but I I don't think I'm going to, because I like a lot of the colors, but I don't think that there's something I would use a ton, so then that kind of makes me not want to get them. But I am thinking about getting the original Pro palette just because I like their formula so much that I just feel like I should have both, but I'm trying to stick with just the one. I have been feeling really drawn to their all matte palette too, because I love their matte shadows. So anyways, that is enough rambling about that. And then kind of last favorite, and then we'll do our honorable mentions. This is the Philosophy Fresh Cream perfume. I have to talk about this every fall, every winter. It's just the perfect kind of vanilla fragrance, I guess. I say that because it's just like a really, yeah, I would say it's kind of vanilla smelling. It's just a really pretty warm, creamy smell. It smells really, really nice. I always recommend this one too because it's very long lasting, surprisingly. I can go to work and spray it and come home and, you know, as I'm like taking my shirt off to put on my pajama shirt or something, I'll still smell it. So it's very strong smelling, but it's really, really nice. It's just one of those perfect ones for fall. So wanted to mention that. Now on to honorable mentions. These two aren't so much favorites. I just kind of wanted to talk about them. But this is the Gerard Cosmetics lipstick in 1995. And then this is the Maybelline Matte Lipstick in Touch of Spice. So the Gerard Cosmetics one, I'm just going to say this really quick. I purchased this before their whole controversy and that kind of thing. And I purchased this when Jaclyn Hill announced that she was launching it. So I purchased that then. It was before the controversy, that kind of thing. And then Touch of Spice, I believe I purchased this last fall, but I don't think I've ever really worn it. And here's the thing. When Jaclyn Hill posted this, you know, her video about this, she posted it with a Kylie Jenner makeup tutorial. And I think that's probably one of her most watched videos. But she announced the, you know, release of her lipstick in that video and was talking about how she had used Kylie's lip color as an inspiration. And a lot of people were super excited because they're like, yes, it's going to be like the perfect like rosy brown color and it's just going to be beautiful. I was one of those people, and I did see a couple people say this too. And they purchased the lipstick and they really, really like it. And I'm one of those people, I really, really like it. But it's just a little bit more brown than we thought it was going to be. Because especially on Jaclyn, it just looks very, very rosy. So I think that for a lot of us, we're like, well, this is just a little browner than I thought. And, you know, maybe it doesn't look as good on me or whatever. It looks fine on me. I do like it. But I know that I kind of wanted that rosier color that she has in the video. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch 1985. It's, like I said, it's pretty. I like the formula. I would, you know, purchase their lipsticks again. It just, that is what it looks like there. So I feel like it definitely kind of looks, you know, maybe a little more red in comparison to like Cane's or Brink. It does look a little bit more red. But I did find a lipstick that is more red and is still kind of along the same lines. So this is Touch of Spice from Maybelline, and it's a matte lipstick. But this one I've noticed is more red and more along the lines of what it looks like in her video. They're not exact dupes. I've seen people say that they're exact dupes, but they're, in my opinion, they're not. But that is what they look like there. And I don't know if you're going to be able to tell, but Touch of Spice is just a little bit more rosy and a little bit more red. So if you have tried 1995 and it is just a little too brown for your liking, try the Maybelline Touch of Spice because it is just a little bit redder, a little bit more along the lines of what she kind of has in the video. So I know some people though, you know, this looks the way it did on Jaclyn. I think it's just a difference of skin tone. So for me, it just looked more brown. For some people, it looked a little bit more red. But I just wanted to talk about people that have tried it and just thought it looked a little too brown to try Touch of Spice because it is a little bit more red. So just kind of wanted to honorable mention those. And now for my last product, this is an Unfavorite. Earlier in the month, I bought a couple products because Ulta had this deal that if you bought $50 worth of products, you got an additional $200 or 200 bonus points. So that's $6 off. I think though, it kind of sounds like other people got different emails. Like I remember one lady, hers said she had to spend $45 and she got 300 points. And I was like, I want that one. It's $5 less and an extra 100 points. but I don't know, Ulta just sent everybody kind of different ones, I think. So mine was $50 and you got an additional 200 points. So I bought my IT Cosmetics Celebration Foundation Illumination. I bought the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Setting Spray, which I don't have an opinion on yet. And I bought a couple, like one other little thing, and then I got this. This is the Formula 1006 Get Your Glow On Brightening Peel Off Mask. So I bought this for a couple reasons. I bought it obviously because it's a brightening mask, and I was like, oh, my skin can always, you know, my skin can always use a little bit more glow or brightening. So I thought this would be great for that, but also the fact that it was a peel-off mask, because I've seen a lot of people say that using peel-off masks will kind of take like away the little peach fuzz that you have on your face, and mine's not bad, but I just wanted to try to remove it, I guess, just for the heck of it, just to try it out, just because I've heard that if you do take that off, your foundation applies a little bit smoother. So I just wanted to, and it doesn't really, I don't know. When I did the peel off with this, I just thought I would see more results with it, and I didn't see any results with it. I don't feel like it was brightening. It didn't really do anything to the little baby hairs, which fine, because it doesn't claim to do that, but it does say that it's going to peel off dead skin cells and unclog pores, and I just feel like it didn't do that. I feel like it was too gentle of a peel off to really do that. Maybe that's just me, but I just feel like it didn't do what I was kind of hoping it would. So I'm probably going to go ahead and keep it, and I'll just, you know, use it. But I don't know. I just was kind of disappointed because I was hoping for, I guess, kind of more results from it with, you know, the unclogging pores and stuff. Especially because I feel like that's kind of one of my main issues for my nose and for my cheeks is kind of bigger clogged pores. So I did use this a couple times and just didn't see the results I wanted. So it's kind of an unfavorite. However, though, it is papaya and citrus, so it smells really amazing. So I will give it that. But that was kind of a unfavorite for me. So anyways, that is it for the end of this video. One thing I did want to talk about really quick, just because I've never addressed it and I meant to, and I just kept kind of forgetting to talk about it, is I don't do my weekly makeup baskets or bags anymore. I'm sure you guys have noticed because I've just kind of quit doing them. I was just getting kind of stressed out by them because there's a lot of products I want to use, and then there's the products that I have to use for Project Pan. So sometimes I was like, man, this is just starting to feel very repetitive because I have my Project Pan products in here, which I always keep them in here because then that way I'm using them. And I was like, I feel like I'm trying to spice it up to, you know, throw some new products in here, but at the same time I feel like I can't because I have my Project Pan stuff. So it just works better for me this way because now I don't feel like if I just want to wear the same eyeshadow, if I want to wear my Naked palette 6 days in a row, that's fine. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel the pressure to kind of try to spice up the weekly makeup bags and stuff. So I don't really do them anymore. They weren't, I don't know, they were kind of fun to film, but then at the same time I was kind of getting bored with them. So I just quit doing them. But that's okay because I think now I can kind of focus more on like get ready with me's, and I can maybe start doing a little bit more reviews and stuff because that's the stuff I'd really like to get back into. It's been a while since I've just sat down and filmed a review, I feel like. So I want to focus on reviews and that kind of stuff too. But yeah, that's kind of it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.